Montenegro with a big win on the road in Greece. Those two teams go again in about an hour's time. This is how it stands coming into this game in Group B. As I say, Portugal will punch their ticket with a third victory. Romania, well, they wouldn't be out if they lost today of contention, but it would become very, very difficult for them to qualify in the final window. So they are in desperate need of a win here today in front of their home fans, young and old. And they know that they will have to be a little better than they were on Friday night, particularly from the three-point line. They gave up a ton of three-pointers to this Portuguese team, who were absolutely red-hot from three-point range. 15 of 35 from behind the arc, led by Diogo Brito, who was 8 of 12 from downtown, and Trevante Williams 5 of 11. So those two, 13 of 23 from behind the arc. They scored 57 points between them, and these are definitely going to be right at the top of the scout report tonight for Romania, who were led by Niculescu's 25 points. He was 7 of 11 from behind the arc, and they were 15 of 40, so they shot the three ball pretty well as well, but they couldn't defend it enough, and that's why it was 99-82. I think both coaches will be looking for improvement at the defensive end for that. We're going to pause now for the two national anthems, starting with Portugal. And now for the national anthem of Romania. Well, the coaches will shake hands along with their staffs, and the two teams will embrace each other at mid-court as well before we get things underway. And Coach Silversham there will know his team really need a good start here. Our three officials getting themselves set for today's contest as well, and our table officials behind them. Important part of the game, of course. But yeah, Romania, they were never really in that game in Portugal. They led only once very briefly by a point, and found themselves down by as many as 20. Brito and Williams, unsurprisingly, in the starting lineup still after their fireworks of Friday night. And the Portuguese will doubtless come in feeling confident. As I say, they basically led from tip to buzzer, Coach Gomez's team. Never really looked threatened. It was double figures for large swathes of the second half, and it only looked like going one way. Romania have to be better at the defensive end this evening. This is the 5 that will go for Romania. Fats Russell is a guy who can certainly fill it up. And obviously he wasn't available for that first game. So Coach Silversham will be boosted by his inclusion this time around. And that will give them an extra little boost in the backcourt. Although, as I say, they shot the ball pretty decently themselves from 3-point range. And for Portugal, they know what the prize is out in front of them here today. Victory will qualify them for the second round, irrespective of what happens in that other game later this evening between Portugal and Greece. They are top of the standings right now, the Portuguese, and they would love to top out this group. It would be quite a marker to take into the second round, to come through this qualifying stage with the best record, and they certainly have the opportunity to do that. Their final 2 games away in Greece in the last round, and before that they play at home to Montenegro. Those games, of course, in July. And Romania, as I say, even at 0-4, wouldn't mathematically be out, because they could still catch one of Greece or Montenegro, but they would have to also overturn the head-to-head. And they were well beaten by the Greeks, and they a little closer to the Montenegrins, only lost to them by 5, so that would be the easier head-to-head to overturn, but you're then relying on other results going your way. So as far as they are concerned, victory is the way to keep it into their own fate. They can still get to 3-3, which will be plenty enough to qualify. And for Portugal, well, they want to start this game the way they finished the last, really, because they were building the lead as the game wore down in the 4th quarter. I'm not sure momentum travels from Friday to Sunday and from Portugal to Romania, but if it does, the Portuguese will be pretty pleased. Well, the 5s making their way out onto court. There's Bogdan Niculescu, the leading scorer the other night. Well, five's out there. All the pleasantries have just about been exchanged. Table looks set. We've got 10 minutes on the clock. Our three officials look ready to go. And we can get this underway here. Ball is up and game is underway here in Pitești. And it is Romania against Portugal, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome along. Portugal, of course, in their traditional red. Romania, obviously, in yellow, as you would expect. And, well, not the cleanest offense you've ever seen there, as Williams somehow got to the basket, but never really threatened scoring. Little show of full court pressure here. Here's Deron Russell. Kuti driving all the way, gets past his man and lays it in. Nando Kuti just turned the corner and kept on going for the first score of the contest. Eval. Pozzo knocked loose, picked up by the captain, Ventura. Ventura, little pocket bounce pass, finds Daniel Halvao right open at the top. Nice little touch pass from Russell out to the corner. Talked about the three-point shooting in the first game. There's the first one of this game from Machuca. Oh, wow. Well, trying to throw it over the top. Williams was trying to convince the referee he was fouled. It didn't really look like one to me, I'll be honest with you. Russell will bring it forward for Romania. They've got a bigger lead today than they had on Friday at any stage. And a chance again from Machuca in the corner. No good, but Kurtze with the rebound. And well, Coach Silversham was open there. He could have caught and shot that. He was certainly the closest person to that pass because it was way out of court. Ventura. It's all a weave at the top. Ventura off the mark. Offensive rebound from Helvao. Here he is again underneath. It's a little too deep. Cycles it back out. And Brito gets on the scoreboard for the first time today. Oh, Kurtze loses the ball. Voitzo out to Brito on the high pick and roll. He's looking to get it back to the big man on the mid-range, and why not? Second bucket of the game for Helvao. Right down the middle, but he was sort of out of control, kept in play by Russell, but Portugal come up with it. Corner three, and Williams this time is fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line. Trevonte Williams, 32 years of age now. Played so much of his career in Portugal with Sporting. did have a season here in Romania as well in 24-5. Now lacing them up in France. The ball bobbles about, but it is Romania who come up with the rebound. Russell trying to get it to Kurtze, and there was a little slap across the arm. Hilval, the offender. Russell. Three ball is just a little bit short from Niculescu, but some second chance points there. Guti in the right place to keep the play alive for his team. Brito. Ventura around the screen, and Russell fighting over the top of it, commits the foul. Hilval throwing it inside. There's going to be an offensive foul there. Williams fighting for position, holding the defender out of the, or down in the key. It's that off arm catching Russell in the face. Little step back is good. Fats Russell for three. His first points of the game. Just a little too much pressure there. Chasing it, he got excited there. Niculescu, because he was pushing it back, he was thinking, oh, it might force a backcourt violation here. In the end, he was just a little too aggressive. Grosso into the game for the first time. Poitso. Hilval, he's had a freedom of about 17 feet. They've been nowhere near him on those longer range twos. He's knocked them all down. Russell under pressure. Russell comes back to get it. Russell kicks out to the corner. Back to him now with 7 on the shot clock. Hooks one across to Machuca. His three is good. Michal Machuca's second triple of the game. And Portugal are going to call for time here. It's a great pass. And Machuca, he's a few steps behind the line, but he made no mistake. And Romania definitely started this game better than they did on Friday.
Vamos manter o plano e vamos correr para trás em vez de estar a defender aqui e fechar a defesa. Tem 2 ressaltos ofensivos já. Vamos jogar 2 e 2 ao lado. Mas ali embaixo temos que acertar a agulha com a defesa e defender toda a gente da mesma maneira. Everybody the same way on defense.
Olha, Brito, vamos. 77 já tem 2 triplos. Se acontecer a mesma coisa, obrigo a passar a bola.
Well, I mentioned the 15 to 35 they shot from behind the arc on Friday night. They haven't even attempted one from behind the arc thus far. They're Romanians more than happy to give up the 15 to 17-foot jump shots, but they're trying to keep them off the three-point line, and it's certainly been effective to this point. Little zone press here. Ventura around the high screen, gets to the free throw line again. They've been knocking these shots down, Portugal. Nothing wrong with that, but I think Romania are just going to go, you know what? They can't make enough twos to beat us. But if we let them get the threes, we're in trouble, and they've done a really good job of not giving up the threes to this point. Krasu hands it off to Machuca. Late shot clock situation here. Machuca looking for another three. Bang! Hits it again. 3 threes for Mihai Machuca. Ventura back out to Williams. Williams around the screen, gets into the key. Defender hits the deck. I think he had a little slap at him on the way down there, Emikatse. As he fell over, he just caught him with that left arm. Well, Machuca, he doesn't need to be anywhere near the line. He's happy way back. You might need to step a little further out if you're defending him. Williams knocks down his fourth free throw of the game. Kuti, pass is broken up, and away comes Star. There's Bora open in the corner. That's good ball movement to find a better shot, but they don't knock it down. They turned down 2 or 3 three-pointers there before getting one up. It was their first attempt of the game, but it's not his first attempt of the game. Russell knocking down a 3. Two of 2 for him from behind the arc. Williams, glance at the shot clock, knows he hasn't got time to waste. Can't convert, but Saar with the rebound. Well, that's the first one he's missed. He's had some really good looks, Elval. He wasn't able to knock that one down, but second chance opportunities for the Portuguese. Oh, nice little shovel pass there. It's not finished first time, but Kutze able to lay it in at the second attempt. And they're a little slow back in transition, Romania, but they get away with it. Machuca with the rebound. Russell steps away for a third, and he hits the bottom of the net again. Russell and Machuca on fire from behind the arc. They have got 6 three-pointers between them. Brito. He's been quiet so far. That's only his second score of the game. Had 32 on Friday. Kuti out to Russell. Russell showing his speed and his athleticism at the end, but couldn't quite lay it in. Brito's going to stop and pop for 3. Front time, might get his own rebound, does. Fouled on the way, but That was on the floor. I think it was Graz who got him. It's no score. But Romania are over the limit. So it is going to be foul shots nonetheless. I think there's a photographer who's just a little over the line of where photographers are allowed to be, so he's been asked to shift back a little bit. Diogo Brito at the foul line. Makes them both. 4-point Romanian lead. Coatan bringing it forward. Niculescu. Grasu almost lost it as well. They've struggled a little bit on this offense. Not quite been as clean, but that's a decent look at the end of it. And Stefan Grasso hits another three. They are 7 for 9 from behind the arc. And Portugal haven't even made one yet. Maybe now. No, 0 of 4 now, the Portuguese. It's going to stay with them. I thought that was a Portuguese ball, but a lot of the Romanians didn't. The referee pointed straight down. It looked to me like it was. I thought he got that right in real time. There might be a challenge, though, because Romania were convinced. They are going to be sent to the monitor. Coach Silverstone has been convinced by his players to have another look at it. Let's see what we can see here. Well, it still looks to me like it came off the hand of Saar, but I still think that's Nuno Saar. I think it was going towards Grasu, but just there, it looks to me like he's the one that deflects it out of bounds. And it is a Romanian possession. Look at the difference there. 7 of 9 versus 0 of 4. Both these teams shot the three well the other day, but it's been all Romania to this point. This man started it off. Machuca, he almost turned it over. Still got a little clock to work with here. Well, Montero was right there. And they're convinced that should have been their ball again. No, it's a little harder for me to see that one because the bodies are in the way. Ticking down the clock. The shot clock is on, but they should be able to run it to the buzzer if they're patient enough. Don't want to go too soon. Well, Saar gets the score, but there might be a few ticks here to get one the other way. Well, trying to commit a foul he couldn't commit. And in the end, it didn't cost them because Grasu misses from the three-point line, but they haven't missed too much from the three-point line in the first quarter, Romania. That is why they're ahead, 27 points to 22. Oh, Coach Silvershine still not happy about, I think, that last possession that went out of bounds against his team. But he'll be delighted with the way they've started. Offense is absolutely purring at the moment. Machuca and Russell firing in the threes. And that is the big difference there. 21 of their 27 points coming from three-point range. Portuguese have got to the free throw line to help them out, and they've been very effective with the mid-range jump shots as well. Well, look back at some of the best action from the first quarter. I think we're going to see a few of these bombing in the highlights here. The three-point shots from Machuca and Russell, and the other end of the floor, it's largely been mid-range twos. And the old adage, three is worth more than two, is paying out right now. I mean, deep shots from Machuca. He's nowhere near the three-point line when he's putting them up. Well, scan the QR code, download the Courtside 1891 app, or you can go to the website, log in that way if you wish, and see all the highlights from around the world of FIBA basketball. Nice. Oh, but a missed layup. Really should have gone in there. Another good spin, and Zuculescu lays it in. Lisboa gets it back on the handoff, round the screen. Just asked a little much of Montero there, but he's able to grab the rebound. Lisboa back out to Montero, this time from three-point range, and it's taken to the second quarter, but Portugal have their first triple on the board. Totan. Grasu's looking to back down. He's running out of clock. He's stumbling over. He gets the shot away. I think they kind of pulled the chair there on Stefan Grasu, and he was sort of falling backwards as Saar moved out of the way. There's Bo across his mid-court, and Grasu is going to get called for the foul. Not a very subtle one there. Saar. Oh, a little hesitation. Lisboa getting all the way to the rim. Totan runs it. Grasu. Totan fires up. Misses everything. No reset of the shot clock, so they haven't got time to waste here. Tuatan gets in, leaves his man on the floor, misses the shot. Another offensive rebound. It's going to be wrapped up in the end. Bachu had his hands on it, but the Portuguese were quick to close him down. And Portugal get it back on the arrow. There's Boa. He's going to take the three this time, off the mark. Well, again, Bachu had the rebound, just ripped away from him. He's got to grip that a little tighter. Monterio knocked it loose. In the end, he used his foot. Tuatan. Oh, should be one free throw here for Bachu. He was grabbed from behind, but it didn't really look to have an impact on the shot. He'll be frustrated, Catalin Bachu, that he's not turning this into a three-point play. Oh, they looked all in too early there to me, but it doesn't matter as the free throw goes in. Romania's lead is back to 4. Again, this little zone press just to slow them down, get them late into the shot clock. Haven't really achieved anything halfway through. Oh, Lisboa slips. He's lost his shoe as well. Well, they're not happy that they didn't get a chance to run there, Romania. I'm not sure I've seen that, where he slipped like that and his shoe came off. Oh, it was stood on. That makes sense. Tuatan stood on the back of his shoe, and that's how it came off. Well, Romania get the ball back, but not the fast break they were hoping for. Tuatan down the lane, saw reaching in. I think he's going to get whistle for the foul. Well, actually, it was Lisboa who was on the other side of the play. Stolen away. Again, Bachu's just been a bit sloppy. Lisboa reaching around his Tuatan and somehow found a teammate, and eventually Sarr is able to scramble away and take a foul. Well, it's not the most orthodox pass, but it got there. Niculescu back into the game. Williams running around the screen, open for three, but he overcooks it. Who did that touch last? I think it was Sarr. Sarr's convinced it's not. Well, I'm not really sure anymore. Some of these deflections. They were begging for a challenge, but the coach not interested. He's going to save it for a more pivotal play later on, perhaps. Oh, he went chasing that like he didn't think it was going in, Popper, but it did go in. Bogdan Popper had no faith in his shot there, and he absolutely swished it home. Lisboa fires up, gets caught. And that's going to be 2 free throws. Old Niculescu's 3rd personal foul. So he's going to have to sit down. The captain in some significant foul trouble. He was the main offensive threat the other day. 7 of 11 from behind the arc for 25 points. (34-29). Ooh, Lisboa got a little hand on that. Totan behind the screen, way off the mark. 3-pointers are slowed a little bit here. Foul is called. Mashuka, a shake of the head, fans not happy. Francisco Amarant at the foul line. His first point of the game. Second one doesn't go, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Ricardo Montero. He's going to fire up the triple as well. He's going to knock it down. It's only the second 3 of the game so far for Portugal, but it's enough to cause a timeout. Coach Silversham wanted to talk it over. Their lead, it's down to only 1. Oh, it's just go screen, and he's not really done anything. He's just run to his spot. Defenders a step off him. Well, I'm probably being kind by saying a step there. Popper's a long way away. Scan the QR code and download Courtside 1891. Keep across all the action. Well, 8 of 12 is still pretty good percentage, very good percentage, but the volume has slowed down. Certainly when Russell and Machuca went off the court. They're both out there now, though, so it might pick back up. (34-33) the score. Midway through, almost, the second quarter. And a game Romania really need to win. It's not, as I say, terminal for their hopes, but sure makes it difficult. You need a lot of things to go right in that last window. Little step away 3 from Popper, and the foul is called, so he will go to the line for 3 free throws. First one is good. He's off the mark with the second. Well, only 1 out of the 3. And the rebound comes out to Amarant. Portugal can level the scores here. And De Silva. Williams scoops it up high. The old-fashioned finger roll. Ties the scores at 35. Oh, what a pass from Russell. That is a beautiful feed down the lane. Just leading Popper to the basket and causing defenders to have to react. Wow, he's missed 4 now from the free throw. Oh my goodness. That's 4 in a row that they've missed. Little baby hook is good for Montero. Portugal are back in front. Russell trying to turn that into a shooting foul and succeeding. He's going to get 3 shots for that. Ricardo Montero commits the foul, and Fats Russell with a chance to become the first player in the game into double figures. Well, he only had 9 on Friday in the meeting between these two teams, but he's passed that already here, and we're still 4.5 minutes to halftime. He's done it all in threes. 3 3-pointers, and now 3 free throws. And Romania are back on top. De Silva. Montero sets his feet for 3. He was going down court. He knew that was in. As soon as it left his hand, he's up to 11. Russell looking to reply. His 3 is short. Williams, Montero, very similar spot. In fact, he lines over where he was, but doesn't go. Foul against Russell on the rebound. Both teams over the limit in this quarter, so it's going to be a couple of shots. Well, the free throw missing is contagious now. Right, so off the mark with the second. Kuti drives, kicks it out to Russell. Machuca open in the corner, knocks down another one. 4th three-pointer of the game. Mihai Machuca. Williams. spinning, mid-range, good. Javonte Williams is up to 8. Russell looking to use his speed, gets to the rim. 1 or 2 asking for a foul, no whistle coming. Williams. Nice finish in the paint. That's a tough pass, but it's a bit of a collision, and it's one of them where it's always whoever gets their hands on the ball that gets to draw the foul. Kutze will go to the line. Val, who started the game as the go-to scorer, really, back into the contest. Well, that's a lane violation. Didn't matter, it went in. But Vladislav Voitso is way too early. Oh, he's hurt himself here, Val. Can he carry on is the question. He can't get rid of the ball. He's really struggling. He's turned it over. Voitsov able to get it back, but he can only throw it in play. They've still got it. Elval is down court. He seems to be moving a little better now. Machuca with another one. Mihai Machuca absolutely on fire from behind the arc. Val at the top of the key. Well, just get it to Machuca and let it go. Oh, he turned it down. Russell's going to take it instead, and why not? Russell and Machuca absolutely torching the net here. Those two guys burning them for 9 3-pointers, 9 for 11. Wow, he's killing them with 2s inside. Wow, what a ball game this is, by the way. We're a minute from halftime still, and it's 49-49. It's still very much 3s versus 2s, but 2 seems to be doing enough right now because the scores are level. There is 8 3-point shot differential between the 2 teams. That's a lot of points to make up, but they're doing it. Well, you can see the difference in the field goals. They've taken the same number. Portugal have made more, but the value have been higher of Romania's made shots. Only 4 of Romania's 15 field goals have been 2-point shots. They've actually struggled from inside the arc, whereas 15 of the 18 that Portugal have put in have been worth 2. Looking for another one, not this time. Well, bodies hit the deck. It's 4-on-4. Is there a technical in there? Oh my goodness, he's going to get himself tossed here. He's going to get himself tossed. He has been tossed. Coach Mihai Silvershan was unhappy at something. He got called for a technical foul and kept on going, and he's still going now, and his game is done. He's absolutely fuming, but he got the technical and then was still screaming at the referee, and then he got disqualified and he kept on going. And that is the end of the evening for Coach Silvershan. So I think, is it 3 free throws for this? Because, oh, Machuca got an unsportsmanlike foul as well. So he must have, that must have been what the original call was, that he must have tried to trip up or something, because the play was going the other way. I wasn't quite looking at that. Must have tried to trip up or something his opponent. That was called unsportsmanlike. That's what raised the ire of Coach Silvershan. And then there's a technical, then there's a disqualifying foul. So you can see he's just been called for a technical, and well, the language didn't seem the best, to be fair. Well, it's riled up the home fans, that's for sure. So I think this one is for the disqualifying foul, and I think the next two are for the unsportsmanlike foul. Then it should be possession, I believe. Oh no, there's 2 more. Sorry, there's 1 for a technical, 2 for a disqualification, and then 2 for a unsportsmanlike foul. I've lost track of the order of them. I think these might be for the disqualifying foul. And now it'll be possession as well. Possession in the front court, so they only get 14 seconds. It's probably a good thing we're close to halftime. It'll give Romania a chance to reset and rethink. Let's come off Williams out of bounds. So Coach Boscovino in charge now. What it's done is it's really fired up the crowd. They're feeling like their team has been hard done to. Is he shooting that as well? He is. He knows how to get it up, Deron Russell. If there's an opportunity to turn a foul into a shooting foul, he's going to do it. It's the second time today. I think they're going to go to the monitor. I think the monitor might be checking whether it's 2 or 3 here. It's not whether it's a shooting foul, it's whether he's behind the line. Here we go. I'd need to see it again. Oh, it's hard to tell. You might need a baseline angle on that. That foot's okay, it's this one here. He might well be perpendicular to it. This might tell us. Oh, it's hard to see on that. Well, I think he might just have a foot on the line. It's not easy because of that shoe. Oh, I wouldn't want to be making the decision here. Two is the answer. Well, it's probably the right decision, but it's not helped the popularity of the officials any to these home fans. Well, he knew that was short when it left his hand. Russell, he's still tied as the game's leading scorer with his teammate Machuca. Those pair have 30 of the 49 points. And he moves his tally just in front up to 16. Shot clock off. We can take it down to the buzzer. The Silva. Short on the 3, and that will do it for a high-scoring first half here in Romania. Home team losing their coach to a disqualifying foul and behind by 3 despite making 11 first half 3-pointers. We're at the interval, very much in the balance. Romania 50, Portugal 53. Well, there's been plenty of action for the fans to enjoy. 11 made threes, only 4 from 2-point range. It's the other way around at the other end of the floor, 15 and 3. And they got to the line as well, Portugal. Rebounding dead even. And the score is almost even as well. Russell and Machuca doing the damage from behind the arc with a combined 31 points. 3 guys in double figures at the other end of the floor. Let's have a look back at some of the action from the second quarter. And it really is 2 different styles right now. I mean, Portugal made all those threes on Friday night, and they've really not looked to go there today. Not made as many, but they've been effective inside. And that's why it's 50 to 53 at the half.
too strong and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks.
Winning time.
Both teams over the limit.
You have got to be kidding me!
It's another player based in northern Portugal, in Porto. Russell! Oh my, look at that for a three-pointer. We talk about the dangerous shooters from outside for Romania.
He passes back outside, the three-pointer from the Yanovich! And it's a three-point game right at the end of the quarter. Wow!
Again, throws it up, and he makes it. That is unbelievable from Yamada. And it'll be a chance for a 4-point play. How good was this?
4.5 minutes it took him to get that first bucket. Oh, and the rejection! For Turkey, Cedi Osman, tough take and foul. Goodness me. And that's why he played in the league.
Take inside, throw it down, big man. Lazic saw an open hole and took it.
Francisco gets it, decides to shoot it. Oh! Are you kidding me? Silva Francisco with the dagger!
Well, get it rejected. To Bellis said not in your house. And oh my goodness, both ends of the floor. His name is Azuolas Tubelis. What a play. Atsi Prashao, excuse me.
The score is wrong on the board. It's an 82-81. Lloyd steps back for the game. Oh, Jordan Lloyd for the win. Silence in the arena. Jordan Lloyd has broken the hearts of this Latvian crowd. Steps back, releases. It's clearly good. Jordan Lloyd has a 37-point game, but the last three are the most important three.
Got to get it inbound. Fredriksson goes behind the back, goes up for it. Ah, baby! Good night, Iceland! Elva! MVP Fredriksson has done it! Down 21, but together, collectively, they found a way, and they came back and won it. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Deep Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Well, tight game here in Pitești. Romania just behind at the half by 50 points to 53, in part because of all the free throws that the visitors got at the end for that disqualifying foul. Trevante Williams leading the way. He's been one of the guys who's been getting to the free throw line quite a lot. And you can see it's all in ones and twos. The other day he was knocking down threes, but today Portugal have been going to the basket a little bit more. They've knocked down the mid-range really well as a team. And they weathered a little bit of a storm with all the threes that were going in at the other end. And this man was certainly firing them up. Fats Russell. Him and Mihai Machuca were battling it out for who could make the most. It's Machuca have made the most with 5 of 6. He's 4 of 5, but he's also got fouled on 1 and fouled on a long 2 as well. So he's been to the free throw line. And he is the game's leading scorer with 16 points. And I said he wasn't quite at his usual flowing best in Portugal, but he sure looked like it in the first 20 minutes here. And the question is whether they can keep this momentum up. They've scored 11 three-pointers at halftime, but they will have to deal without their talismanic coach in the second half. Mihai Silvashan tossed out of the game after he was arguing a call, got a technical, and then continued to argue. So Jono Biscaverno will take over. He had to do the last minute, and he'll have to do the whole of the second half as well. And it's, well, certainly raised the ire of the home fans as well. But they'll make their way back out onto court, Romania. They had a fair old chat in the locker rooms. Portugal's still not out. And you wonder if either team is able to turn up the defensive intensity. Feels like this is a game where a defensive run is going to be the backbreaker, because both teams are scoring freely. There hasn't been much in the way of slowing or stopping the opponent. And if you can just get a couple of minutes where you do that, given the points are flying in at the other end, you can get on a run that way round. But they're halfway to the record of made threes in a qualifying game at 22. And they have 11 at the interval. Romania, 11 of 17 as well. It's not just volume of makes, it's efficiency of takes as well. As I say, he was 4 of 6 from behind the arc. He's missed a 2-point shot. 4 assists as well. Some great passing out there for Fats Russell. And he and Machuca are certainly leading the charge. But I guess you would say that's 31 points out of 2 guys. Can you take that away if you're Portugal? Because it becomes a little easier than if it's 5 guys with 7 or 8 points each. It's sort of, where do you take it away? But you know Russell and Machuca are shooting the ball. Machuca from anywhere as well. I just wonder if Portugal might look to try and establish the three ball a little more themselves. They've been largely inside the arc. I mean, they've been shooting 71% from two-point range, so why not? But if they can stretch them out a little bit, it might free up a bit of space even more. Remember, Portugal will punch their ticket for the second round of the qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup with victory here today. Romania, well, they won't be out if they lose, but it's going to be awfully hard in the final window for them to navigate through. If they don't get a victory here, they're going to need to win their last two and hope the other games go their way as well. Well, 50 to 53. You wonder what the difference it will make not having Coach Silvershan on the sideline. He's obviously a hard on his sleeve sort of character. He's very demonstrative when you see him on the sidelines, and great experience as well, obviously, as the head coach of UBT Cluj-Napoca. Well, scan the QR code, download the World Cup Qualifiers app. You can keep across all the scores, highlights and stats from around the world in qualifying for the Qatar World Cup in just over a year's time now. Well, Machuca and Russell will get us underway for the second half here in Pitești, where Romania are trailing Portugal by 50 points to 53. And they were trying to get two of them back straight away with a nice little roll to the basket by Emekutse, and he was fouled in the process. Two red shirts around him, so he will go to the free throw line. Daniel Herval called for his third personal foul. He's the first Portuguese player to get to three. Remember, Bogdan Nicolescu, the Romanian captain, only played 5 minutes in the first half because of foul troubles. He's on three, and Stefan Glasu also picked up three. Kutse makes them both. Full court pressure here from the Romanians. Williams gets to the free throw line but loses the ball. Machuca pulls it away, screaming for an unsportsmanlike foul of the Romanian fans. Well, we've already seen one person ejected from the game, so Coach Biscovern has to be careful with his protestations. The referee's having a conversation about it. Of course, it was an unsportsmanlike that started all the hoo-ha in the first half. They're going to go to the monitor. They've called a regular foul initially And they're going to go to the monitor and have a review. I must admit, in real time, I thought it was just the right side of the line, but only just. But you never know, when the replay comes, you might see things a little differently. So here goes Williams. Kurtzay knocks it away from him. He is technically the last man there, isn't he? Because everybody else was moving forward. So therefore that brings into the in from the side. It's only, I think, because he's the last man that you start to wonder about it. I think if he wasn't, I don't think they'd have any problem with that. But it's weird that you could be last man in that position as well, because he's basically on the free throw line. Obviously, there's a Romanian player who's leaked out, so he's open for a pass. Let's see what they make of this. It is an unsportsmanlike foul. As I say, it's one of them where I can understand why it wasn't initially given as that, but I can also understand why they've upgraded it. He just confused everybody by signaling 2 to the table, when obviously it should have been Trevante Williams, number 5, that was shown. He signaled 2 for the shots when he was trying to signal 5 for the number. Machuca, Kutze, back to Russell. Russell looking for a 5th 3, not this time. Rebound secure by Ventura. Ventura spinning. Gets it back. Brito in the key is Williams, tossing it in for 2. Machuca again, he knocks down another one. Pick him right up where he left off in the first half. Machuca's 6th 3-pointer of the game. 6 of 7 from behind the arc. It's going to be a foul on Kutze. Daniel Hilval to the free throw line. Well, he's been knocking down shots from this distance for fun in this game. So you'd expect him to make both free throws, and he does exactly that. Portugal back on top. There's only one lead change in the game. Oh, nice pass. Russell cutting to the basket. Oh, he's missed the layup. I suppose technically it was a couple of lead changes, but Romania only led once, put it that way, but it's gone back and forth here today. Russell thought about it, takes it at the second attempt, and why not? Darren Russell knocks down another one as well. him and Machuca are absolutely on fire. 11 made three-pointers between those two guys. They barely missed a shot. Ventura's going to go to the line. They are 11 for 14, Machuca and Russell, from the three-point line. Although there comes a point when you go, you know what, we're 13 of 20 from behind the arc. They've only made 3 three-pointers. We've made 10 more three-pointers than them. And yet, if this goes in from Ventura, the scores are level. (59-59). Russell cuts it inside, kicks it out. Another three up on the way. Doesn't go from Kuti. Nice pass. Oh, not quite enough on the layup from Elval, but it's stolen away, and a lovely behind the back finds Williams for the lay-in. Voitso with the assist. Portugal back on top. Russell again to the rim. This time it does drop. He's been knocking down the threes. This time he goes for 2. Offensive foul, is it? Yep, Ventura barreling Fats Russell to the floor. Maybe a little shove off the off arm as well. Russell, not this time. Williams, so back to Brito, but it's stolen away. Russell has it. Oh, Machuca was in the corner, but that one was heading for the front row of the stands. I think it was not a great pass. Pretty even on the turnovers. Ventura to the mid-range, banks one in off the glass. Nicolescu trying to get it to Russell, who just about has it. Well, they somehow keep possession, Romania. Nicolescu underneath, touch pass out to Machuca, and that one's going to be on the floor. Well, they're not happy with the reaction here after the foul. He's obviously got to run out to him, and here's a foul from Voitso. It's the 4th team foul, though, so the next one will send them to the line. Nicolescu into Russell. Russell has it poked away, tries to go up with it, and it goes out of bounds. Ventura Just a bit too much there from Machuca, and that might be the best way of defending him, getting him on the bench. That is his 4th personal foul. That's a massive, massive blow. There's a long way to go in the game. He doesn't need to do that. On 3 fouls, he just doesn't need to reach like that. Well, they haven't put him on the bench and not been quick enough to get the sub in. So they've got to be careful here that he doesn't foul out by accident. Voitso, air ball. Well, tempers are fraying a little bit here. There's a little bit of undercurrent between these two teams. Obviously, they played a couple of days ago as well, so they know each other well. Russell, double team, gets the pass away. Niculescu, high off the glass, but the offensive rebound is there for the putback. Good work from Kurtze on cleanup duty. Oh, that's a lovely pass. He's taken way too long, Montero. He should have just gone up first time. As soon as the ball came to him, maybe one dribble. Well, he didn't even need the dribble. He could have just gone up. But he took too long and allowed the defenders to recover. It will still stay with Portugal. Montero. Shot clock at 5. Williams mid-range, good. Tavante Williams has 18. Trading scores here in the 3rd quarter. Niculescu gets 2 feet in the paint, throws one in. Well, they backed away from Williams, and he said, I can knock this one down as well. You may have seen a lot of 2s going in, but I can shoot the 3 ball. His first one of the game. But they found out to their cost on Friday that he can knock those down. Kurtze, top of the key. Mate, it's just back and forth. You score, we score. Oh, what a rejection that is from Kurtze. Niculescu fires up the triple. That one rattles in as well. A 14th three-pointer of the game for Romania. And they're back up 2. And volume goes up a few more decibels here. It's just a little too aggressive. Niculescu there, all the way out on him. It's like, where's he going from there? He's going to the free throw line now. I guess he's a little hyped. He's just made that transition 3 and feeling good about himself. Oh, he's not going to the line. That's the team 4th, my mistake. Lisboa, mid-range. Well, he came in the first half and was instant impact, and same again here. Ties the scores at 70 apiece. Kurtze. Niculescu, back to Kurtze. Oh, it just wouldn't go for the big man. Niculescu chasing Lisboa all over the court. Montero can't even hand it back to him. He does eventually get it there. Shot clock ticking down. Williams gets it away. Kurtze with the rebound. Niculescu to the rim, can't finish. Good rebound from Saul. He's getting physical out there now as well. Williams cutting off the ball. What a finish. Trevonte Williams through the contact, takes the foul. He'll go to the line for a bonus free throw. This is a great finish. Russell reaching in, committing the foul. And that's number 3 on Deron Russell. So he's going to sit down. They're in a little trouble here. Russell on 3, Machuca on 4, Niculescu on 3, Grasu on 3. Certainly plenty for Ionut Biscavonu, the assistant coach, who's now prowling the sidelines after the ejection of Coach Silvershan, to deal with. Foul called. Amaran not quite there. Again, it's another nice bit of cutting off the ball. Well, there have been plenty of free throws in this game, haven't there? These are number 19 and 20 for Romania. And Portugal have shot 23, so that's 43 free throws, and we're still 90 seconds from the end of the third quarter. Boa. Back to Montero. Tough. Doesn't go from Cruz. And eventually gets able to smuggle it away into the final minute of the third. That came off the foot of Ricardo Montero. So it'll just nudge the shot clock back to 14, having been at 13. Niculescu. Kurtze has the absolute size advantage over Andre Cruz, and he takes full advantage of it. You can see this is a mismatch, not only in height, but also, I'd imagine, in the weight room. And Kurtze at the free throw line, 10.7 rebounds to his name right now, trying to add to his tally. The 2'7" center who's playing in Murcia in Spain this season. More importantly, he's trying to put his team back in front. It's a very deliberate free throw action. Very precise, repetitive movements. It's not the most fluid, but it certainly looks effective. Montero for 3, front iron. Rebound grab by Dinu. Kurtze up in the air, wasn't quite sure where he was going. Dinu back out to Niculescu. His three is short. Montero with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Portugal can regain the lead going in to the fourth quarter if they can get a score. Lisboa ticking it down. Young Dino in front of him. Looks to attack down the lane. Scoops it up. Doesn't go. I think Montero's committed a foul there. It's a terrible foul. What's he doing? 0.4 of a second. Just let him get the rebound. He's already got it. All you're going to do is let them walk the length of the floor for 2 free throws. He's got the rebound. There's nothing you can do that comes positive here. Well, 2 free points there for Romania. Stefan Grazzi, the beneficiary. We will head into the fourth with 1 shot between the teams. Romania 76, Portugal 73. Well, it's still 3s against 2s, isn't it? Plenty of 1s in there, but it's 21 2s against 14 3s. And it all adds up to something very similar on the scoreboard. Well, highlights of the third quarter. It was largely trading scores, wasn't it, that quarter? Romania did edge it 26-20, but it just felt like the scores were either level or the lead was changing on almost every other play. So they've gone back and forth. We're still no nearer to knowing who's going to claim victory here today. Remember, Portugal will punch their ticket for the second round with a victory. Romania will certainly make that last window a lot easier to navigate if they can get a win. They've got work to do to make the second round, the Romanians, but a win today will certainly make it much more plausible. Scan the QR code, download the Courtside 1891 app for streams, scores, and more. Or you can go to the website. Ten minutes to go in this one. There's just a little something that's caught the attention of the officials. I'm not quite sure what it is. It seems to be from behind the bench somewhere. Here we go then, fourth quarter of this final game of qualifying in this window for these two teams. They've gone toe-to-toe today. It was obviously Portugal who came out on top on Friday. Can they repeat that? They trail by 3, they're level now as that three-pointer goes in from Ricardo Montero. It's 76 apiece. Niculescu backs out inside to Kurtze trying to use his brawn to muscle the defender out of the way, but the soft touch on the hook doesn't go. Cruz driving down the middle, kicks it out. Montero has the size advantage here. And his opposite number, Ragov Nicolescu. Oh, it's a bit of a rugby tackle in the end. He's just sort of grabbed him. Desperately pointing to the floor in the hope the referee might give them sideline possession. No danger of that. It was 2 free throws every day of the week, that. One for 2, though. Kuti still going right down the middle, all the way to the basket. Nando Kuti puts Romania back ahead. Cruz drives, kicks. Little float from Lisboa, doesn't go. Nicolescu comes away with it behind the back, off and running. They've got numbers here. Pull up 3 from Dinu, doesn't go. Little back away, triple is good. Lovely shot from Amarante. Lobbed inside. Well, the baseline's there if he wants it. He was a bit slow to take it, but he got there in the end. Stefan Grasu. They were overplaying in the middle. Lisboa being harassed by young Dinu. Cruz traveled with it, did he? Yes, he did. Picked up that pivot foot. They're getting some good minutes out of the 19-year-old right now. He's done a really good effort out there. He's going to be replaced by Russell now. $80 points, plays 80 points. 7.5 minutes to go. Romania with the ball. Krasu's picked it up in a slightly awkward spot. Kurtze helps him out. Russell trying to, oh, what a tip pass that is from Kurtze when it looked like it could be a turnover. He kept it alive for his team. And he's caught the ball again. 2 great plays from the big man. That could easily have been a turnover for Romania, but he kept it going and he got the reward up to 14. De Silva. Well, Williams was surrounded by 2 players. He knew somebody was going to foul him. I think it's Kurtze is going to get called for his 3rd. In fact, it's Grasu who's called for it, and that matters because that's his 4th personal foul. They've got a lot of foul trouble to deal with. Grasu's on 4, Machuca's on 4, Russell's on 3, Nicolescu's on 3. Second one is good for Trevante Williams, so he can tie the scores again. And he does. The intensity and physicality of this game has grown as it's gone on. That's going to be a foul against Kuti. Well, on Kuti, he's going to send him to the line. The foul is by De Silva. Timeout Portugal, 6:41 to go. Nothing separating these two teams really throughout the game. The biggest lead was 8. Romania got 8 points in front at one stage, but you can see 27-22, 31-23 the other way, 26-20. And it all adds up to 82 apiece here. I was talking at halftime about a defensive run. We haven't seen one of them yet. But if either team can put the squeeze on, they've certainly got the offense to make it count. Fives making their way out onto court. These fans have loved this game. It's got a bit of everything. I'd love it even more if their team could see it over the line. A chance for Nando Kuti to put them back in front. Oh, don't want to be missing free throws in the fourth quarter. Both teams have let a few slide by, and both in the 70s percentage-wise from the free throw line. Romania back on top. De Silva. There's the numbers. You can see 7 and 6 missed. There's another 3. Williams stepping it up here, taking his tally to 26. Oh, in and out on the mid-range for Kurtze. De Silva circles back out. Still he has it. Machuca has to be careful on 4 fouls. Pass to Montero under pressure. And Kurtze got him. That's going to be the 3rd one on Emi Kurtze. The problem is he was trying to box out, really, thinking that initial penetration was going to be a shot rather than a pass. Two or two. Second one had a bit of a rattle on. Well, 4-point lead. That's as big as Portugal have been ahead in this game for. The 3 ball is off the mark from Nicolescu, and Portugal take their biggest lead of the contest here. Outright with 5.5 to play. De Silva. Oh, that's an offensive foul. De Silva, oh, he's thrown the ball away. Got to be careful with that. You see, you can be a little upset at the contact maybe if you're him, but you can't push off like that. Russell. Oh, it's sensational again from Fats Russell. An absolutely brilliant pass through all the defense, and Bachu just had to lay it home. De Silva. Oh, the referee was the only one who could have caught that. Did they lose some time there? Or were there a few ticks gone off the clock? I think they lost 5 seconds off the clock. Well, Romania looking to tie it up once again, potentially take the lead as we go inside the final 5 minutes of this game. This would give them the lead, and it does. Bogdan Niculescu, the captain, with a three that puts Romania 88-87 in front. Ventura. Can anybody get a stop? It feels like they score every time down, both teams. But it's too strong there. Romania do get a stop. Montero probably should, but they've turned it over. Montero has it back. Williams. Montero coming to set the screen. Williams fires up the three. Are you kidding me? Trevonte Williams with the high arcer takes his tally to 29. And Portugal are back in front. But here's Niculescu again, not this time. Well, I almost feel like one of the coaches needs to call a timeout just to get a breather in this game. Williams, 32 points. Ventura gets it to Williams. Just going to try and keep feeding him. He spins. Russell caught him on the reach, and that's going to be number 4 on Deron Russell. He's just got the size advantage, Williams. He's a tough cover because he obviously shoots the ball so well. But he's 193's pretty broad, pretty strong, so he can go down on the block when he's got the smaller guards on him. Oh, he can't make the second. And there is a rebound for Niculescu. They've got to get it across midcourt. This is not the normal ball handler. I mean, he's not usually bringing it forward for them. But he did a good enough job there, and Williams fouled him from behind. Kuti spinning. Back to Kutze. Pump fakes at the top of the key. Is that a shooting foul, or is he on the floor? It's only the 4th team foul. Yeah, it's still on the floor. There won't be any more of these. It'll be free throws all the way for defensive fouls at either end of the floor. Russell to tie it. Got it! Fats Russell for 3. Levels the scores at 91 apiece. Well, you wouldn't bet against overtime with this game right now. Williams off the mark for once. Here comes Machuca. His pass just got there. He thought about a three. He might fire it up now. No, he passes it on. Kluti driving in under pressure. Throws it up backwards. It's stripped away. Niculescu has it still, but it's out of bounds. And it will be a Romania ball, although the Portuguese players are begging for a review. And we're going to get one. Well, he saved that challenge earlier when he was asked for one, but I said at the time there might be a more important one along the way. This is a big one if it comes back their way with 2:19 to go in a tied ball game. The way they all reacted suggested they were convinced. Well, it's almost impossible to tell from that angle. This might be the one. Might need it a little slower than that. Oh, they might have got that right, you know. That might have just come off Niculescu last. I just wonder if that nicked the back of his hand on the way out. Well, the referees have come to their conclusion, and it will be Portugal ball. Great challenge, and a good job he saved it, because this is a way more important possession to gain than they could have gained earlier in the game. 2:19 left, scores level, drama here. Montero, it's down to Williams. Williams, no, he misses it. Well, it looked like he was gonna lay home the ball and give his team the lead with 2 to play, but it's Russell coming the other way. Russell to the rim up high, and he's got hit. I think it was Williams. It could have been Montero. Whichever one it is on 4 fouls. Because they're both on 3. Well, the speed. Williams has been using his size at the other end. Russell has been using his speed. And they've both been free scoring. 25 now for Russell. Romania back on top. It was Trevante Williams, by the way, who got that 4th foul. They're going to need him, and as I say, with overtime a potential. Montero. Back to Ventura. 100 seconds to play in regulation. Ventura pulls up, just short. Russell going after the rebound. Kletze is able to pull it in. And Romania can take a 2-possession lead here. Russell directing traffic. Russell, step away 3. He wanted a foul, didn't get one. Williams with the rebound, kicks it out in front and laid home by Diogo Brito. The hero of Friday night. He's not really been involved as much today, but he ties the score. As you can see, Russell still not happy. He thought he got caught on that 3-point shot. Meanwhile, Brito was back and laying it in, and obviously Machuca couldn't do too much because he's on 4 fouls. He doesn't want to foul out. Well, this has been literally you score, we score all the way through. There's been very little in the way of a significant run where one team grabs the momentum. Nobody's managed more than 6 points in a row. Again, it's still largely 3s against 2s, but they all add up to 93. Well, that young man is bedecked out in his Romanian gear. Can he see a Romanian victory? 1:08 to go. There's a few possessions each left in this one. Who can execute down the stretch? Russell comes and gets it, gives it straight back to Kuti because the double team flushed it out of his hands. Kuti still going. Kuti all the way to the rim. Off the mark. Oh, Niculescu can't put it in. Second attempt. Oh, that doesn't go either, but he will go to the line. And just a little tap of the head there in frustration. He should have made the first one, but the second one was more difficult. But if it goes, it's a three-point play opportunity. Not quite. But he has got a chance now, the Romanian captain, to break the tie from the free throw line. Wow, Coach Piscoverno thrown into the top job with the disqualification of Coach Silverhand in the first half. He's looking calm on the sidelines. I bet his heart is going a few beats to the dozen. Timeout called by Portugal with 52.7 remaining in this game. Well, if they're reasonably patient here, Portugal, they can turn this in to a 2-for-1. But do you want to be reasonably patient when you're down by 2? Or do you want that quick score, but then potentially give them back an extra possession? It's all about the strategy from here, the end of game management. Of course, you've got to score. You don't want to come up blank here with 50 seconds to go, because you might not see the ball back until 10, 15 seconds to go, and you could be down by 2 shots. So a score of any kind is the primary objective. Well, they've certainly got their money's worth, the fans, tonight, haven't they? Nearly 200 points on the board. We might even get 45 minutes worth of action yet. Can't rule that out. Portugal down 2 with the ball. Ventura will bring it forward. Williams trying to get open. Here he comes again. He's got it. Thought about trying to draw a three-point shooting foul. He's going to shoot the 3. Back iron doesn't go. It's batted out. Another 3 goes up for Ventura, who knocks it down. Incredible play. Voitso tipped it out to Ventura, who hit the 3 with 30 seconds to go to put Portugal back on top. A sensational play from Vladislav Voitso to keep it alive for his team. And it was right in the pocket. Look at that, straight to Ventura, in rhythm. So many times you see these offensive rebounds ending up being good three-point shots. And he's still got to knock it down. There's still work to do, but it's right in his rhythm. That is a shot he will practice 100 times a week. So no surprise that it goes in. And now it is Romania's turn to have the decision. Do you go quick? If you go quick and don't score, then they have the ball back and you're into foul mode. If you take your time and don't score, you're in trouble because you run out of clock. But if you take your time and do score, you give them very little opportunity to work with. Well, everybody's enjoying this, but can Romania find a winning shot? They're going to take it in the backcourt to give them the full shot clock. That's pretty much a no-brainer. Well, they've made 16 threes in the game. You wouldn't rule out one more, would you? You'd assume it'll be Russell creating. If they can get him the ball, Williams is on him. Here is Russell, wide open for three. That's Russell with the triple, 19 seconds to go. It didn't look like he could get an inch of space, and suddenly he found himself wide open at the top, and there's only one outcome there. 3 points Romania, and they are back on top. That's got them on their feet here. What a shot that was. They both went with the ball. Russell was wide open, and Russell was the danger man. 29 points for him. And as soon as he caught the ball, you knew it was in. Deron Russell is way too good a scorer to be passing up an opportunity like that. Well, they've both had 3-point shots that potentially were game winners, but we've still got 19 seconds left for yet more drama. Well, we haven't seen too many stops in the game, but what Romania would give for one defensive play here, one stop, one rebound. This victory would be huge for them in their quest for the second round. Fans on their feet doing the best they can. Well, they've advanced the ball. Well, there's some confusion as to where it's going to go in. It's going to go in front of the Romanian bench. So whatever happens, barring an offensive rebound, Romania are going to get the ball back. Ventura to inbound. Surely it's going to Williams. Here he is. Oh, it's stripped away. What a play. What an unbelievable defensive play from Michuka to rip it away. And he takes the foul as well. Well, it was his offense in the first half that everybody was marveling at, but here with 15 seconds to go, it's his defensive play that could well have won the game for his team. The referee's now discussing as to whether this might be an unsportsmanlike foul. If it is, it could basically end Portugal's chances. It's a regular foul, but they're going to check it. The original decision is regular foul. I don't think he was last man, but is he making a play on the ball? It's a great play, by the way. It's an unbelievable play to steal it away. Right. It's Voitso coming in from the side. I think this will be the angle. Oh, he's going after the ball. I think that's the right decision from the referee. I don't think they're going to change that. I think that'll just be a regular foul, 2 shots. And let's just check that. Yeah, this Ventura's back as well. I think that's just going to be a regular foul. I've been wrong before on refereeing decisions, but I think that's a regular foul. And Machuca will go to the line for 2. Let's see what the referees think. Regular foul, 2 shots. So Mihai Machuca, who's just made potentially the biggest defensive play of the game, now has an opportunity to put Romania 2 scores ahead. Needs them both. First one is good. This is the key here. Can he put them 4 points clear with 15 seconds to go? Brito, a little gamesmanship there, making him thinking about it. Oh, somebody stepped in too early. Somebody stepped in too early. He's going to get another go at it. Oh, what a mistake. A lane violation on a missed free throw with 15 seconds to go. Machuca, Machuca, the fans screaming his name. He's missed it again. No, he hasn't. It's gone in. It's gone in. And they're up 4. Needs a quick score here. Doesn't matter 3 or 2. Ventura going for 3. He's missed it. And it's a push. It's a push by Williams. And surely now Romania are going to win this game. Ventura pulled up short. Oh, he's hurt himself there. He's gone head first, trying to keep the ball in play, doing whatever he can for his team. Kuti now, well, it almost doesn't matter how many free throws he makes here because the ball is 95 feet away, but look at the effort to keep it in, putting his body on the line for his team. I mean, you'd like to make 2 just to push it to 6 just in case, but there's not quite the pressure there was on Mihai Machuca a minute ago. He's missed the first. They're chanting Kuti, Kuti now. But they're not quite as nervous. You'd rather 5 than 4. He does make the second. Well, Portugal need a miracle here. They've got to go quick. It's got to go in. It goes up from Lisboa. It doesn't go. Russell with the rebound, and Romania are going to win. They get the win they had to get here to keep their realistic hopes of second round alive. And what an unbelievable game of basketball. They put on a thriller the other day. They've done it again here today. 101 to 96. Romania on the board in this group. A sensational contest. And the home fans will head off into the night absolutely thrilled by that. They've seen their team make 17 made 3-pointers. Mihai Machuca and Darren Fats Russell doing the damage from behind the arc, but it was a defensive play that they'll remember at the end of it, where Machuca ripped it away from Williams, which eventually was the decisive moment. Russell with 29, Machuca with 21. Here comes Coach Silvershine. He was disqualified in the first half. It seems a lifetime ago, so much has happened since then. But he's come out for the celebrations as well. I'm sure he'll give a big hug to Jonat Biscaverno, his assistant coach, who did a tremendous job in the second half to lead this team. And Romania with a huge win. Russell, wow, think about that shot as well. That three-point shot he made when Williams was draped all over him. He managed to find some space and knock down the go-ahead three. But that was as thrilling a contest as you will see in this window. And Romania are all smiles, having come out on top. Well, waiting patiently, high fives all round. And they all want a piece of the celebration. That is the best way to win a game. Drama at the last to give you the thrill and the stress of the last 30 seconds or so, but you come out on top. Nothing better as a spectator than that. Well, we won't be able to squeeze all the best plays of the fourth quarter in because there was big shot after big shot after big shot in this game down the stretch. Definitely a game for the offensive lovers out there. They really were going blow for blow, and it looked for much of the fourth quarter like 40 minutes wasn't going to be enough to separate these two teams. We were going to need some overtime because everybody had a reply, everybody had an answer to their opponents. But just when it mattered the most, right at the end, Romania were able to string two big plays in a row, one at either end, and seal the deal. Williams was unbelievably good to be on the losing team. Ventura, that shot you think might break the hearts, but then Russell, time, space, dagger three. You knew it was in as soon as he caught it. And then the defensive play from Machuca to come up with the steal to seal the victory. And Romania are on the board in this group and will drag the other teams in. Here's what it looks like. Well, just quickly. What a game of basketball. Romania have beaten Portugal here in a thriller.